Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Fantasy Football today. Dave, what's up with the shades, brother?
Long night last night, guys.
Long night. Late night for the Canes fans here.
It looks like those fake ones, like you see, like when they drop down on like as a GIF or whatever we call it.
GIF. We're going GIF now.
It's called GIF.
Yeah.
GIF
Whatever.
it's a GIF. GIF is the GIF.
The guy who created it says it's GIF.
He was trolling everyone. Let's be real here. So we welcome you. We are live for about an hour here. We're on YouTube. We're on CBS Sports HQ. And we are fired up to talk about the Jets and the Vikings injury updates and all of your start-sit questions. All right, guys, let's talk about this game in a half an hour here. And are we excited about Heath? Are we excited from a fantasy standpoint about this game? Is Garrett Wilson? Let's start with Garrett Wilson. We're ready for his best game of the season.
Well, I hope so, but no, I'm not particularly excited about him. He is a low-end RB2. I'm hopeful for him. I'm hopeful for Breece Hall. I'm excited about Justin Jefferson. I'm pretty excited about Aaron Jones.
Okay. Yeah, and Breece Hall, Jamie, boy, if he doesn't have a good game here, people are going to start freaking out. But he should be started in 100% of leagues, right? Or just about.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't think people are freaking out if he has a bad game. They're freaking out probably from a high-end standpoint, but nobody's benching Breece Hall. Unless, of course, Braylon Allen comes out and has a dominant performance. But look, between him and Bijan Robinson and Christian McCaffrey, the three running backs, we're like, oh, these are so slam dunks. There's no problem with any of them. They've been frustrating. One hasn't played, and two have been in timeshares so far for at least the last couple of weeks for the Jets perspective. So it's not an easy matchup for Breece. I hope the offensive line holds up. They were bad last week against the Broncos. So we'll see how things fare against a very good Vikings team that has been very good against the run. But again, like you said, we're starting Breece Hall.
All right, so listen, if you're familiar with our Q&As, we answer a lot of questions. We have another one coming up today from noon to 1 Eastern, just before the other games start kicking off. So we'll get to more of your questions there. We want to welcome everybody watching on CBS Sports HQ. Very exciting, very fun for us today. But we'll get to your questions in a moment. We do have to go through some of the injuries, though. And Dave, if there's one player out there right now, he's available in about 45% of leagues, that if I wish he were available in one of my leagues, I'd be starting him. It's Josh Downs. Let's talk about the Colts, because Richardson's doubtful, which almost certainly means he's not going to play. Jonathan Taylor's out. Their center's going to be out. Their head coach said they're going to go running back by committee. So when you look at Trey Sermon, when you look at Josh Downs, and then when you rank Flacco, Pittman, all right, you know what, Dave? Rank the Colts. Rank the Colts.
Let's start with those wide receivers who I am much more excited about with Joe Flacco under center. We saw it last week. Joe Flacco came into the game, and all of a sudden, those pass catchers became like automatic for statistical purposes and for Indianapolis's purposes of moving the ball down the field, scoring points, etc. I think you could expect at least 15 PPR points from both Michael Pittman and Josh Downs. You're right. Downs is a must-add for at least this week, if not the rest of the season, because of what his role is in this offense and because of how good of a receiver that he is. The running backs make me a little nervous. Trey Sermon, just by default, is a number 2 fantasy running back. I think he's going to get decent volume in the game. It wouldn't surprise me if he finished the game with a couple of catches, but he will share work with Tyler Goodson. Goodson will be the third down back. And then at quarterback, you've got Joe Flacco. And look, he didn't look the least bit rusty last week. He's got a great matchup this week against Jacksonville, even though Jacksonville does have Josh Hines Allen ready to go. That secondary is abysmal. Their pass rush, for all the names that they have, cannot get to the quarterback consistently. And so I think that there will be opportunities for Flacco to have a good game. So I've got Flacco top 10 in my rankings this week. I am crazy excited about him. I know that is not a consensus opinion on this show, but I think he could have one of those 300-yard, 2 or 3 touchdown games. And I actually think this is a sneaky high-scoring game between the Jaguars and the Colts.
I love it. And I can't wait to start Joe Flacco against Jamie in our FFT league. So you know what? Before we do, we're going to do Q&A in a second. But guys, Heath, I'll start with you. Replacement running backs, guys stepping into roles, maybe in Antonio Gibson, Alexander Madison. Then you've got the Giants situation. You've got the Texans situation. You've got Trey Sermon. I'm probably forgetting somebody.
Kareem Hunt? Was he count?
Sure. Kareem Hunt, let's throw him in there. Give me the top 3 in that group.
So my top 3 would be Kareem Hunt, and then Alexander Madison, and then Antonio Gibson. Hunt and Madison are both inside of my top 20, just barely. Gibson, Sermon, Akers, Tracy, all in that more 24 to 30 range.
All right, let's rock and roll here. Let's get to some questions. Josh Downs, Josh Downs or Tyreek Hill, PPR.
Still Hill for me.
I think I have Downs.
I've got Hill 2 spots ahead of Downs.
Hill. Yeah.
Oh man, are we gonna sit Garrett Wilson here with Chubbard and Amari Cooper?
Yep.
Yep.
I would start Wilson over Cooper.
All right, Cortland Sutton or Whittington?
Sutton.
Cortland
Sutton, but it's close.
Achan or Sermon?
Devon.
H.
Okay, yeah, he's been awesome the last 2 weeks. He's man. No, I agree. I would start Achan too. He's been one of the tougher ones to like get it. But I'd start Downs over Achan. You guys?
I feel like that's the safe play. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Yeah,
Like,
Achan's
if you're
been
already that big, like if you
garbage.
went up against Mooney or London, then I
That's
think that you might have to go Achan.
Hey, are you guys doing that? Are you guys like, oh, I actually faced Pitts and London in one league, and Heath and I have Pitts and London in a league. I'm still not going to adjust my lineups though. Like I'm playing catch up. Are you guys doing that?
No.
Sometimes I do. It depends on how much I need to catch up. The makeup of your roster, the makeup of your lineup also matters there.
Do we have a fun YouTube poll today? I know we don't. I mean, I can tell you right now, we don't have enough likes. I can give you a certainty on that one. All right, I'm hitting like we got 95 likes.
95 likes.
Pathetic, right? Come on, we got 1,100, 1,200 people in YouTube right now. Let's go. I don't think I can threaten you and say I'm not answering any questions because we're on HQ right now. So, yeah, I will answer questions, but like, let's go. Is Juwan Jennings a sneaky play?
Yes.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's funny to call him sneaky since he's like been the best wide receiver on the 49ers the last 2 weeks. But yeah, I think he's a good flex.
Is Juwan Jennings a better flex than Darius Slayton?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. But Slayton's interesting, man. He's really interesting with the absence of neighbors. He scored a touchdown each of his last 3 games last season, and they're gonna probably be throwing a lot. So I'm starting Slayton in a couple weeks.
I mean, this is true, right? Athletic, yeah.
Adam is the most athletic.
Trey Sermon or Rico Dowdle? We'll just
As you read the most athletic, you read the most.
Oh, yes, I do read the Athletic. Yes, it's true. Sermon or Dowdle?
Sermon.
Sermon.
Akers or Eckler? PPR.
Eckler. It's PPR.
Akers for me.
All right. And by the way, you guys are going to be very high. We're starting Brian Robinson Jr. He's going to play, so good stuff there.
It's a 1 o'clock game, so we'll know for sure.
Yep.
All right, sit one of these studs. Ooh, it could be Amari Cooper. He's been terrible.
I would sit Cooper.
I'm with you.
I would sit Cooper.
But they wrote Copper. It would, you could have gone with it. You could have furthered the joke there. Geno Smith.
A good joke.
It could have been. I needed support. Geno Smith or Sam Darnold.
Darnold.
I'm on Darnold.
I think I'm on Geno.
Marvin Harrison Jr. or Jaden Reed?
Pair of revenge games there. Jaden Reed.
I agree with Heath. Reed.
How about that? What's the best revenge game this week? Darnold?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, got to be Darnold. All right, so you know what? I think I want to talk about Dontavian Wicks because I feel like Heath is. I'm gonna guess. I haven't checked the updated rankings. I should do that. I'm gonna guess he's a little bit lower. Where do you have Dontavian Wicks?
27?
Oh, not that low.
Oh, that's good.
What about you guys?
I exactly have him at 27.
I guessed. So
23?
we'll see if I 29. So I am the low guy on him.
I would start him over Tyreek Hill today.
Woo!
So Jamie's the high guy on him.
Yeah, I
Apparently.
get it. I completely get it.
What about Flacco, Heath? I'm trying to start a fight here. Were you like?
Yeah, I am the low guy on Flacco. Dave sent me a text right before the show, but always looking out for me, being nice or snide, one of the two. saying,
no,
did you
of course not.
mean to not have Joe Flacco in your top 24? I see that you have 2 Colts wide receivers in your top 24. And my justification would be for that you get points in those types of leagues for catches, but not for completions.
Totally get it.
Funny thing, the Colts total actually went down. We got more excited about the Colts pass catchers and the Colts offense, and Anthony Richardson was ruled out, and the Colts total went down.
Yeah, but obviously, that's because he runs so stinking much, and he'll run for touchdowns. But that is actually pretty interesting because he's playing pretty poorly, Richardson.
Well, it also has to do with Taylor being out too. That's part of it.
Right, but the team total should have already been down if Taylor was ruled out on Friday.
Right.
I mean, when did you see the number go down, Heath? Was it yesterday or the day before?
Well, it was between Friday evening and this morning.
Okay, so it could be from Taylor just as much.
Well, it was after Taylor was ruled out, but yes.
Okay. So who knows?
This is a good call. Stephon
I mean,
Diggs.
I personally have a hard time starting Bo Nix ahead of Joe Flacco, but I respect the opinion. Flacco could go out there and lay an egg. I don't want to. I buy into what the Colts are doing.
And the Jaguars give up the second most fantasy points to quarterbacks. That's the other part of it.
It's a beautiful situation for Flacco.
Oh, if I hit like, will you answer my question? You know what? We'll answer it no matter what. But you should hit like. Brandon Ayuk or Josh Downs?
Ayuk.
Downs for me.
It's PPR.
2 Downs and an Ayuk. Achane or Javante?
Oh man, it's
Achane.
Achane.
Cracky D. That seems like a fun guy to hang out with. He's fishing. Let's hang out, Cracky D.
How many times have you been fishing, Adam?
When I was a kid, I would go.
Okay.
Not really, though. Like, I had a friend who lived on a canal. A lot of people in Florida live on canals. We just go fishing in the backyard. But I would never touch the bait. Like, never. Someone would have to bait the hook for me.
It's funny because you take the bait all the time.
So often you do take the bait.
Oh, both of you. Thank you. Great comment here. All right, let's go. Let's get a few more questions. Wan'Dale Robinson or Brian Thomas. We were very high on Brian Thomas Jr. So
almost too high, but yes.
I am also very high on Wan'Dale Robinson, but I would start Thomas over him.
I don't mind Wan'Dale this week.
Should I drop Andrews or Ingram for Kraft?
Ingram.
Yeah, I might drop Andrews.
Ingram's not playing again today, so.
Yeah, but Andrews doesn't even play when he plays.
They have scored the same number of fantasy points.
See that Andrews good game and Ingram's just sitting there.
All right, I do have to cut you guys off for a second because here's how it's going to work. If you're watching on CBS Sports HQ, we are going to take a break right now. If you are on youtube.com/fantasyfootball today, we are not taking a break. We will continue to answer your questions. So for the HQers out there, we'll be right back in a few minutes. And we'll continue here. Dave's getting ready for a big poker game coming up.
No, I'm getting ready for a big nap coming up at 10:01 a.m.
Oh, but we got a game on, remember?
Yeah.
You're not
I'll
napping.
catch up in the second half.
I'm going to probably nap during halftime. Dave and I were up till like 3 watching
Such a mistake, but so worth it.
25-point third quarter comeback. Pretty incredible. And probably targeted.
You guys got a horseshoe.
Yeah, probably targeted.
The second week in a row. That makes me feel like I can't take them seriously as like a real contender for the Natty. But man,
that's what those sunglasses are. Those are the deal with it sunglasses from the meme.
That's what I said.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know that meme.
Oh my god.
Sunglasses come down on your face.
I don't know the meme. I just or the GIF or whatever it is.
Meme.
I know it's GIF. Eckler or Madison?
Madison.
I might have Madison.
Madison.
The one problem is I can't look at anything with these things on. I have Madison over Eckler.
Let's see. Wicks or Achane?
Achane.
Achane.
All right. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm going to do it again. I did it last week, and I was right. I'm just not starting Achane if I even like my other option, and I do like Wicks quite a bit, so I'm going Wicks.
Okay.
I just think that Mostert being back is going to be good for Achane because now he's going to, I think, be a little bit more flexible as opposed to just running in the middle every time, taking those Mostert runs.
My theory is that the Dolphins offense will be significantly better this week than last week. Huntley will have a week in practice. That might
make it worse.
And it's a better matchup for them.
It's definitely a better matchup. I don't think Huntley's going to improve.
I think
It's not just one. It's not just one game though. It's 2 games in a row where everyone's been terrible. I do think they'll be better, and they're favored by a point. I think. Like it just feels like they can click a little bit. But I really like Wicks. I mean, I think Dobbs being out, there's just it's a great. And the Rams are bad. This is a great matchup for Wicks.
They are. They get Darius Williams back at corner for whatever that's worth. I don't think he's a shutdown guy by any stretch.
Oh, we got a 9:30 question here. Roshan Johnson or a Jets receiver that's not Garrett Wilson?
Lazard.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Lazard.
Start 3.
You see that report that Williams could go back to the Raiders and trade?
Mike Williams?
Yeah.
No, Willie.
Well, I didn't. I would go Caleb Williams. Okay, yeah, no, that would be interesting. I would it be interesting? It'd be actually
interesting. You mean
interesting.
Totally meaningless? Then yes, I agree.
It would save Mike Williams if anybody has interest in him.
Maybe.
Could he become Minshew's new Michael Pittman?
I think it'd still be Jacoby Myers.
O'Connell's new.
All right. Well, what's the answer to this question here, guys? Who are we sitting in this group?
Higgins.
I'm sitting Higgins.
Yeah.
Ooh, Pittman or McLaurin? McLaurin.
Hit the music, Adam.
Your one time.
Wait, no, I can't. Oh, it's not cute. Oh gosh, I only get one. You know what? Then I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it.
Well, remember, I'm not on the final hour, so you can do as much as you want then.
I will do it once during this hour. Pittman or McLaurin?
Pittman.
I missed the one-time thing. Is Jamie have an aversion to the Pittman song?
Yeah, he hates it.
No. Everybody hates it. He just gets. I give him one, do one. That's fine. But there was like a show where he did it like 17 times. It was just too much.
Like the dog barking episode.
Oh, that was so funny. I don't think people hate it. Anyway, welcome back to on CBS Sports HQ. This is Fantasy Football Today. We are answering your questions from YouTube, and we are giving you some updates, on anything. We have not really talked about the tight ends, but Ingram is likely out, and Heath Njoku is going to play, and he's going to be not a full go necessarily, but he's facing the Commanders. Where'd you rank David Njoku?
I think he was right behind Tucker Kraft, right around tight end 9 or something. I am not very excited about him, but tight end 9 is not anything you'd be very excited about. And you figure it's hopefully a decent passing day for the Browns. They're also getting a tackle back. And I don't want to start Pat Freiermuth or Brenton Strange or any of those guys over him.
They get the tackle back, right? Like Sexy Back. Yeah, remember that song? Yep, that's what that was. Is anyone starting Tyler Conklin? Come on, guys. Tyler Conklin, or they said be on your best behavior for HQ. So Conklin or Njoku?
Njoku.
Conklin.
David.
Oh, that's you, Dave. Did anyone call you Dave? Your parents call you David?
They call me David, and my wife calls me David when she's mad at me.
Oh, which is all the time, right? Wait. Here we go. Pick 2. Wicks, Hill, Kirk. Oh, it's rainy in Jacksonville. Boo.
Wicks and Kirk.
I would sit Kirk.
I would sit Hill.
Tyler,
I would sit Wicks.
Tyler Goodson or Truth or Dare?
I'll go
Adubawale.
I don't think that was right. That was close enough. We need one.
Bawale.
There you go. Thomas, McLaurin, Wicks.
Thomas.
BTJ.
Thomas. Schaefer.
2 exclamation points on this one. Wicks or Sermon?
That's not a question. There's no question mark. I don't know what he's saying.
They should have used those characters to tell us what format as opposed to adding exclamation points.
There's no format that I'm
Wicks
starting.
over Sermon.
So
I'll go Wicks.
Okay, there we go.
What if it's -1 point per reception? Then you'll start Sermon.
Non-PPR, I'd start Sermon too, but it's probably not non.
Oh, it's Cracky D again. Did we already do this one? Is this the same one from Cracky D?
I don't think so. I don't remember seeing Pickens' name today.
Okay, yeah, same. I give the guy one compliment. He starts firing questions away. Pick 2 from this group.
I'm sitting Wicks.
Sitting Wicks.
Yeah.
Josh Allen or Jaden Daniels?
Allen. Make a trade. Trade one of them.
Yeah, it's Allen. Ugh, I'm not so sure though. Man, that could be wrong.
Who are you sitting in this group? Please say Achan.
Sure.
I agree.
Achan.
Yeah.
Bowers or Kraft?
Bowers.
Bowers.
I'll take Kraft.
No Mayer is big for Bowers because he's going to run more routes.
Jordan Whittington or Trey Tucker, and Strange or Likely?
Whittington and Strange.
Definitely Strange. I think you can cut Likely. I think it's over. Half PPR, I think you could probably lean a little bit toward Whittington.
I'm going to go Likely and Tucker. I don't know. Likely still has a bigger role than Mark Andrews does.
Yeah, but it hasn't.
Strange has a bigger role than both.
Yeah, someone said to me today, like, should I pick up whoever? I don't want to drop Likely. I spent so much money in Fab on him. I'm like, listen, that money's gone.
That's not a good reason, but I still think one monster game in 4 is a reason to hold just about any tight end. How many tight ends have had one monster game?
Look at week 2. It's interesting because I look at the last 2 weeks where they barely threw. They just ran, and Andrews didn't really play that much. But then I look at week 2, and Andrews was a lot better than Likely. Andrews had his only fairly decent game. And I do wonder if they get in a game where they're actually throwing the ball, 25 or more times, if Andrews starts playing more than Likely. But I don't know. Just speculation.
How many leagues are holding on to Hunter Henry?
No, they
50.
And that feels too high to me. Like, he had an awesome week 2. We're waiting for that type of game to come back. Under four PPR points in his other 3 games. And yet that's better than Mark Andrews.
Darnold or Flacco?
Joe.
Darnold.
Okay. Stevenson or Javonte?
Javonte.
Yeah, so Stevenson's not going to start. Antonio Gibson's going to start. Who did you guys rank higher, Gibson or Stevenson?
Gibson by 1 spot.
Stevenson by a considerable margin, 9 spots.
Okay.
So you don't buy that Gibson will start, or you think Gibson's going to start, but just for one play?
I 100% believe that Gibson's going to start. I would guess, and this is just my conjecture, that they will rotate series to begin the game, and then whoever has the hot hand is going to be the one that's in the second half of this terrible, horrible game that the world is going to have to witness between 2 terrible, pathetic teams.
It's such a shame because look, if you have Stevenson, the first thing you gotta think about is game scripts, right? Like, are the Patriots going to get blown out in this game? I can't start Stevenson. This would have been a great time to start Ramondre Stevenson. Jamie kept saying he was in contention for start of the week.
Don't fumble.
So it's a shame. Darnold or Prescott?
Darnold.
Darnold.
What'd you say, Dave?
I have Dak ahead of Darnold.
All right. Sermon or Tracy?
Sermon.
Over Tracy.
Sermon.
Rodgers or Dalton?
Dalton.
I've got Rodgers.
Break the
I
tie.
have
Dalton for Dave. Dave Dalton. Hunt or Sermon?
Cream.
Hunt.
Smash the like button. I agree with that. Pick a flex. Wilson, Pickens, Brian Robinson Jr.
Robinson.
I agree. B Rob J.
Yeah.
How are we feeling about our likes to view ratio here? It's 2,300 viewers, 589 likes. We're not feeling good about that. Hit that like button, folks. All right, let's see. Let's get a few more questions in here. Would you start Trey McBride over Kraft and Conklin?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
JSN or Xavier Worthy?
JSN.
Worthy.
I'm definitely taking Worthy in non-PPR and half PPR. And I'm going to take him in full PPR as well.
I smash like. Now smash a Dowdle take. You have 15 seconds, Jamie. How many points in PPR for Rico Dowdle?
Oh boy, I had a tough call to make with some quarterback
10
issues and had to drop Cam Akers to start Rico Dowdle because I wanted to carry Dowdle long term. Dowdle will get you 8 PPR points.
Thank you very much.
PPR points.
We're going to take a break on CBS Sports HQ. If you're watching on YouTube, don't worry, we're not going anywhere. You get to hang out with us during the break. We'll be right back on HQ, though. All right, YouTubers. Is there anything else you wanted to say about Dowdle? Sorry about rushing you there. No. Okay. Also starting Dowdle against Jamie in the FFT League. So Dowdle.
He does well for you.
I hope so too. Good grief. Horrible. Starting Trey Tucker against him. Olave or Swift?
Olave.
I'm going to go Swift.
I have Swift.
Wow. All right. I'll go Olave just to complicate things. Pick 2 here. Sutton, JSN, Sermon.
Adam's happy about complicating.
I love it.
The 2 receivers.
Sutton and Sermon.
I agree.
Are you sitting Olave here? Olave, Diggs, Pickens.
Yes.
I would sit Olave.
I will sit Diggs.
Why are you guys sitting Olave? For Diggs. Are you concerned about Olave, or we just have very good options in these last 2 questions?
I think the other options are just better. I like Olave. He's top 20, but the other guys are better.
He's a low end. Yeah, I'm maybe a little bit more concerned. He's a low end wide receiver too.
They are all top 13 for me in full.
Oh, wow.
I've got it Olave, then Pickens, then Stephon.
You know who's the stud player that I obviously starting without hesitation, but I think might have. What's that?
Is it Elijah Moore?
Might have a bad-ish game is Kamara. They've got how many offensive linemen are going to be out for the Saints today? The Chiefs or tomorrow. The Chiefs have maybe one of the best run defenses in football right now, and obviously he's going to catch the ball, which is good. But the offensive line is super banged up, so which you should probably take that into account with Olave too. But yeah, we'll see.
And I know this doesn't totally matter, but it is a factor. Where do you think Chris Olave ranks for this season at wide receiver?
20th-ish.
29th.
One bad game and the rest have been good though.
80 or more yards in 3 straight games, but yeah, horrible in the first game.
And 1 touchdown, which is kind of something you kind of expect when you play with Derek Carr.
He's 28th in PPR points per game. He's right about this.
I wasn't doubting Heath. I think we're coming back on HQ soon. Sorry, I'm trying to get my barking. Yeah, the barking episode was the best. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes.
I mean, I can have my dog on all the time if you want.
Yeah, you can bring your dog. All right, Magoober wants to know Shaheed or Wandale.
Wandale.
Yeah, the half PPR makes it closer. If it was full PPR, it'd be Wandale by a lot. And half, I actually think I have Shaheed.
I'm going to take Shaheed.
I love your confidence in Wandale Robinson.
What's not to love?
I have not figured this out. No, Ben. So
you mean you'd rip me off in that trade? I
don't put plastic on the couch. Jacobs or Connor, PPR.
Adam doesn't have a couch. He gave it to Jamie.
Oh, yeah.
Jacobs.
Do you still have that couch?
No.
Okay, that was just like
as soon as you told him what you did on that couch, he threw it right in the dumpster.
Yeah, what did you do on that couch?
Oh God. All right, we are back here on CBS Sports HQ. Perfect timing, if you ask me. We're getting ready for kickoff in just a few minutes here between the Vikings and the New York Jets, and we're answering your questions. Let's reset a little bit here and talk about some of the major injuries. And Dave, who are some players that might be available on the for free agency right now that you can pick up and throw in a pinch because of an injury or because of the Flacco news or something like that? Like who do you? I'm setting my lineup. I don't like this guy. I'm going to go to the waiver wire. I'm going to pick up this guy.
You can see if Trey Sermon's out there, he's going to be the lead running back for Indianapolis. Antonio Gibson's going to start for the Patriots. These are not pretty options, but these are players who are going to get an opportunity. You could ask for less and get less from other players. But those are my 2 favorite at running back. At wide receiver, Josh Downs. If he's somehow out there in your league, I don't care what the format is, get him. He was a primary target for Joe Flacco when Flacco came in last week. I think he will be in that exact same role this week. And you can use him next week against Tennessee because Downs is a slot receiver. The matchup will be a little bit easier for him than it would be for others. Also, Xavier Legette, Wandale Robinson, we've talked about him a lot. Trey Tucker is someone. We haven't talked about Jalen Tolbert, and I would put Tolbert toward the end of that list of wide receivers, but he's going to have an opportunity now for 4 straight games for Dallas to be their number 2 wide receiver with Brandon Cooks on IR. And when I got the chance to look at Jalen Tolbert so far this year, I came away pretty impressed. I think he could be pretty good. If you need a tight end, you better hurry because Tyler Conklin is about to kick off and be the Jets tight end. But if you want to take a stash on someone, number one, make sure that TJ Hawkinson is already rostered, because if you can get TJ Hawkinson, he will be back soon and he will be very good for Minnesota. Again, you'd have to get him like right now. But Eric Hall in Cincinnati is someone that I think you could stash, and you might be able to get some decent PPR production from him.
Can I give you some guys that are available? Jordan Whittington, who's got big opportunity, at least for one more week until Cooper Kupp potentially returns. Tyrone Tracy, Dave didn't mention him. Devin Singletary's not going to play. He's available in about 80% of leagues. And then Brenton Strange is still going to start for the Jaguars. And as we've seen, he's basically been 9 PPR points in every opportunity that he's gotten without Ingram.
Okay. Flattery is a great way to have your question read. It could be for any of us, but this is, you know what? I'm feeling my hair too. I got a haircut the other day.
It's a great comment from Mr. Ho.
Yeah, well, he travels. Leggett or Chase Brown? Half a flex.
Leggett this week.
Yes, Leggett.
Yeah, and half PPR, it's basically a coin flip, but I'll say Leggett.
I mean, you know. Oh, I'm the funnest. I thought that said funniest. Am I the funnest?
No.
Sit one. I think I'm pretty fun. JSN, Wandale, Sermon, McLaurin. Who you sitting?
Jason.
Yeah.
I will probably sit, JSN. And you might be the funnest because you're the youngest.
Yeah, but I'm not young.
He never leaves the house.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Don't really leave the house. I went to a festival yesterday. That was something. Down. I don't know. Just like, I don't know. Just nothing really. Josh Downs.
Yes.
Random festival goer.
Adam looks like he asks for a lollipop when getting a haircut.
Definitely.
Don't you get?
Did you wear the shirt with your name on it?
I did not wear the shirt with my last name on it. That was a mistake.
I got recognized getting my haircut. Oh, my name was on my shirt.
Yeah, that was really bad. But I did take lollipops actually for my kids when I got the haircut yesterday. Sermon, Madison, B-Rob, and Sutton. We need to sit one of these guys. Who are we sitting?
Sermon.
I will sit Sermon.
Ayuk or T. Higgins?
Ayuk.
Very close, but I will go Ayuk.
Give me T.
And Bears or Vikings? It's too late for this. Bears or Vikings, though?
Vikings. Not too late.
It's not too late. The lineups didn't lock for the Vikings?
It might have locked for the Vikings.
Yeah, it's too late.
Keon Coleman or Jordan Whittington? Oh, yeah. Wait, let's talk about the Khalil Shakir sitch and the Bills passing game.
Whittington and Coleman hopefully will take advantage of this opportunity.
I think it's going to be Curtis Samuel that ends up playing in place of Khalil Shakir. Could be good for like 10 PPR points. That's a name we should have mentioned as someone that you can go and grab and use this week off the waiver wire.
I'll take Coleman.
Heath is so cool. Well, we already answered the question. You don't need so it's Josh Downs. Patriots or Dolphins defense?
Patriots for me.
I would, yeah.
Yeah.
If you had to watch one game, would it be the
Nope.
Patriots, Dolphins, or Giants, Seahawks?
Giants,
Seahawks.
Giants, Seahawks.
Yeah, but I mean that could be a blowout. At least the Patriots, Dolphins going to come down. It's going to come down to a last-second field goal.
I don't know if you know this or not, but neither of those games am I watching for the competitive spirit. I want to see points. That's all I care about. I do not care if it's competitive or close at all.
And I don't want to see penalties, and I'm afraid we're going to see a lot of penalties in that game.
Yeah. Let's see. Looking for some good questions here. Ford or Whittington?
Ford.
You like Ford quite a bit, right?
Yes.
Might be his last game.
Hey, football started, guys. Look at that.
Adam, can you analyze the game so far?
I think they must have returned the kickoff because 6 seconds are off the clock and it's 1st and 10, and they got to the 26-yard line, so they shouldn't have returned the kickoff. but I don't know if they brought it out from the end zone or not. All right. Well, also, I'm definitely going to be behind the action because I'm watching online. All right. Wicks or Olave?
Olave.
Olave. I think Brees Hall's rushing average just went down.
Oh, great.
Which is difficult to do.
Pick a flex. You know, I'm going to say something about Brees Hall in a minute, by the way. Cam Akers, Braylon Allen, Juwan Jennings, Jalen Waddle, Tyler Kraft.
You can't use Braylon Allen. His game has started.
Akers.
I think I will.
Did I say Tyler Kraft, by the way? Because I may have.
It doesn't matter.
I've said that once already this season.
Okay. I don't know if you had a chance to watch Brees Hall at the goal line, but he has been bad there. I think I don't know when it was, last 2 carries at the goal line. He should have had a touchdown on both of them. And so Saleh was asked about that, and then I feel like he kind of backtracked, but it seemed like Braylon Allen might be more in the mix at the goal line. I hope we have the chance to find out in today's game. All right.
I almost think it's better if they lose and then they can trade for Adams.
Why do they have to lose to trade for Adams?
They don't have to, but they're just the urgency gets a little bit more pressing.
They might
like
be
for the Jets, that would be good, but it'd be terrible for everyone else, wouldn't it?
Not Rodgers.
Yeah.
You mean for fantasy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just really bad for Wilson.
Well, Wilson has a catch today. That's cool. Okay, let's pick 2. Some big names here. James Cook, Tyreek Hill, Deontay Johnson, or Brian Thomas?
Cook and Johnson for me.
Yep.
All right, see if I can sneak in another one before our break. Hill or Sermon, PPR?
Is that Tyreek Hill?
I think so.
Then yes. If it's Taysom Hill, then it's Sermon.
What if it's Justice
Hill's
Hill?
not playing.
Justice Hill, maybe.
Could be Justice Hill. Yes.
I'd take Sermon over Justice Hill.
I would too. I'd
All
take
right.
Tyreek over Sermon though.
And I would take a break right now. So we're going to do that on CBS Sports HQ. We still have another 20 minutes or so with you there. If you're watching on YouTube, don't go anywhere, and we will be right back. Okay, folks, let's enjoy our Sunday, watch some football together as Sam Darnold takes the field. And we're going to read some questions here on YouTube. Oh, I like this one. That's the best form of flattery. Brian Thomas, McLaurin, or Wicks?
Thomas.
Yep.
I agree.
I feel like the Gators aren't so bad right now, Jamie. I feel like they're getting better.
I mean, they beat a team that they should win against.
Aren't they 3-2?
They are 3-2, but that's only further allowing Napier to stay in his position, which is not fun.
Has Mertz been playing, or has it been the kid?
They both played last night. Mertz actually got off to a good start, so they kept him in crucial situations.
Okay.
Oh no!
What, the fumble?
Yeah.
Is that where you're at? All right. I just want to know if I'm ahead or behind you guys. They're about to snap it on 2nd down. That was incomplete, wasn't it?
Should be.
Looked incomplete to me.
Oh, they're calling it 2nd and 11. Can't be incomplete, I guess.
Oh, it's incomplete.
That doesn't make any. I don't know what happened.
The graphic is incorrect.
Okay. This. You know what, Mr. Miyagi? Like, you can laugh at the Star Trek episode, but I lost a shirt, a perfectly good shirt that I can no longer wear in the house, outside the house. Like, it was a total loss for me. Sermon or Bobby Witt?
Why can't you wear it in the house?
Well, I mean, I guess I could, but I can't wear it on the air, which is in the house.
I mean, with all the crap you wear on the air, you could definitely wear that.
I don't know who he's asking about here. What am I missing? Is it
Jordan Whittington.
White?
Oh.
Or it could be a white. What white would it be though?
No, it couldn't be because Rashad has played and Zamir is out. Well, let's say it's Whittington.
It's Whittington.
In half PPR, I'd take Sermon. In full, I'd take Whittington.
Okay. Sam Darnold's going to carve up the Jets today. That's just wild. Love or Jaden Daniels?
Daniel.
That's it's a great choice to have. Flip a coin. I'll go Love.
Adam looks like he quit freshman football as a linebacker. Wow. We did not have a football team at my school, so I probably could have played linebacker if we did have a football team. To give you an idea of what my
I thought you were a linebacker on the Powder Puff team.
No. Sutton Coleman. I would have been a cheerleader on the Powder Puff team, right? Sutton, Coleman, Kareem Hunt, Rico Dowdle, Josh Dowdle. Pick 2 of them that group. Thank you, Jamie. Very nice of you.
Hunt and Downs.
And Sutton.
Sutton and Downs.
Who did you say, Dave?
Downs and Sutton.
Downs and Sutton. Adam only made the teams his dad coached.
Oh,
That
daddy ball. Nice.
is sort of true. I have a great story about that I'll share some other time. Joe Burrow
There's
or
no way your dad coached anything.
of course he did.
Really?
Yeah. He coached and
Did
then
he speak to the kids?
again, it is a great story. I'll tell it on a podcast. Joe Burrow or Geno Smith, Higgins or Pittman?
Burrow.
And Pittman.
Play the music.
Oh, that's the wrong music. Damn it. I was in my Pittman. In my haste, I hit the wrong button there. And you know, some of you might be joining us on HQ. Let's see, are we back on HQ? We are back on HQ. You just missed the Pittman music. I did it twice. Jamie's gonna leave.
You're fine.
Yeah, Jamie's out. All right, Vikings and Jets have started. Vikings are moving into Jets territory. One thing, one player that I started in a few leagues that I just really didn't want to start was the Jets DST, and I feel like I know why. Rank these guys: Kirk, Shaheed, Sermon, Chubbard.
Chubbard, Kirk, Shaheed, Sermon.
I have the exact same order. And Adam, you regret your DST after 5 minutes of the game.
They're not going to have a good game.
I would switch Shaheed and Kirk. So Hubbard, Shaheed, Kirk, Sermon.
Ooh.
For those of you watching on HQ or on YouTube, first of all, for those of you watching on YouTube, hit that like button. Let's get at least get over 1,000 here. We're at 898 likes. We read a question on the mailbag show that I think is such a great idea. So in this one league, it's rivalry week.
Oh yeah,
and you get to you're matched up against a rival. I don't know how that's determined, but you get to pick one player on your opponent's team to bench. And I just thought that was such a cool twist. Dave, you don't like it, Dave?
I don't like letting somebody else have control of my team.
It's really fun, though. Like, it's a fun fantasy football twist.
Well, the one question we had was like 3 studs, right? It was like Nico Collins, Jamar Chase, and Breece Hall, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And we said bench Nico. But then because you're sitting there and you're like, oh, man, I better not make the wrong decision. You know, it's a very cool twist. So if you're looking for ways to spice up your fantasy life, think about that. Josh Downs or Dontavian Wicks?
Downs.
Wicks.
I would go Downs. I like the rivalry week idea, but I think I'd like it better if like the loser had to do something dumb as opposed to choosing to bench one of your own players.
What if
I don't even like my own lineup decisions.
I'm sorry to cut you off. What if the winning team got 2 wins instead of 1 and the losing team got 2 losses?
No, I don't know. That doesn't really. You know what? That's not. Yeah, I like the bench opponent one better, but it's not a bad idea. This one is for me. Half PPR flex spot. I'm gonna go with Javonte here. Yeah. Am I smart for saying that? By the way, I thought of a bet for Yankees Royals.
It's a little bit late. It's a little bit late.
If the Yankees win, which they won't, Heath has to go to the dentist.
Okay, and what do you have to do?
I'll floss
no.
After every meal.
No. You're gonna have to
you don't go
do
to the dentist.
worst thing ever.
Heath doesn't go.
What are you most scared of in life?
Are you Heath's parents? Heath, if you lose, you've got to go to the dentist. Like you're trying to incentivize somehow that. Like
I was worried about him. You know, like dental hygiene.
I told you, I already flossed once today.
You flossed today? You already ate today.
Yeah, I had breakfast and I flossed.
Adam, your DST got some points.
Oh, we got a sack. Is that what we got?
Yes.
Yep. Good old Darnold, Bean Darnold.
Let's go. All right. Pick 2 of this group. Pittman. I'm ready. Shaheed, Downs, Wicks, Coleman. Ooh.
I'm
Pittman
good
and Downs.
with
Pittman. Don't play the 2 Colts. Pittman and Wicks.
Pittman and Shaheed.
And Shaheed. Or whoever. But one of them has to be Pittman. Tyrone Tracy or Zach Moss?
Oh, there goes your DST.
Watch Eric Gray. Watch Eric Gray get the win.
Yep.
Now he won't. I don't think he will, but he'll mix in. He'll mix in for sure.
That's what I think.
Mayo is not spicy. Mustard is super spicy though. Sit 1. Moss, Brown, Javonte, Tank Dell.
I'm sitting.
Brown.
Ooh.
Brown, interesting.
I'm not playing both Bengals running backs against the Ravens.
I agree. So Chase is who I'd sit from that group.
I would probably sit Dell, and spicy mayo is pretty fantastic.
Ooh, that sounds terrible.
No, it's delicious.
Yeah, I did not get the blue shirt memo.
Yeah.
My shirt's green.
Oh, Dave Stickler. PPR. We need a running back, a receiver, and a flex from this group. Gibbs down. Robinson, Downs, Ford. Bam.
Robinson.
Wait, is it full PPR?
Robinson,
Yeah.
Downs, and Wando.
Yeah,
Robinson, Ford, and Wandale.
I'm with Jamie on this.
You guys are much higher on Wandale, I think, than I. I guess I'm
How
just
many targets, Adam?
10.
I would say 10 catches.
I see the possibility. I just one thing I'm pretty confident in, he is not going to score.
No.
That would surprise me.
He's going 10 for 68.
That's a great day.
That's an awesome
Fantastic day.
PPR.
Yeah. Wandale Robinson is going to fuel this is why PPR sucks flames today. Like that is just, he's going to PPR his way into a good day. All right. Rico down. Half PPR, like, yeah. What was that? What would that be in half PPR? 11.5 points or whatever.
That's good in half PPR.
That's good. Yeah.
Rico Dowdle or Ramondre Stevenson, PPR.
Ramondre.
Still Ramondre.
I've got Dowdle higher, but I don't want to start either one of them.
All right. I got to go. Bye.
Later, James.
We don't need him. We don't need him.
Now you can play the song as much as we want.
Yeah, there we go. Miss him already. Wicks or McLaurin, Stevenson or Justice Hill. Is McBride playing? The last one's the easiest.
We think McBride's playing, but he was downgraded, so who can say for sure?
But I think
reported that he will play. So
yeah,
you can count on him. I've got McLaurin over Wicks, and I've got Stevenson over Hill.
I've got Wicks over McLaurin, and I've got Hill over Stevenson. In full PPR, anything else would be Stevenson. Like there's at least, and maybe not, but there is at least a small chance that Antonio Gibson just has like 18 touches in this game and Stevenson has 10, right?
Okay, we're good here?
Yeah.
Waddle, Melton, Tracy, Slayton.
Waddle.
Yeah. I kind of want to say Tracy.
I don't.
Did we do this one? No. Pick two. Robinson, Eckler, Dowdle, Roshan.
I'll take the first two.
Robinson and Dowdle.
Yeah, so I mean, do you backfield split, Dave?
Not in this case.
Okay. No, that can't ask a Darnold question right now.
I mean, you can ask it. You just shouldn't click on it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, who would you have started, Purdy or? It's a good point. Yeah. Okay. Sit one.
Play the music.
But who's Robinson man? Brian Robinson man?
I would say it is. Yes.
Junior man.
I would sit Higgins man.
I would sit Higgins man as well, man.
If that's in fact Brian Robinson. If it's it could be Wandale.
Could be Wandale. We don't know.
You know what's so funny?
Wandale if it's Wandale.
I forgot Wandale's last name for a minute there because all we ever do is call him Wandale. And I was like, wait.
That's true. It probably is Wandale man.
It could be anybody.
All right. So Pitt man, Wandale man, or Higgins man? Who are you sitting? I'm sitting
Still
Wandale.
Higgins man. I think we should call him Mandale.
I'm sitting Wandale. He's not good enough to have a cool nickname yet.
Okay. Let's see. We go with this one. Ooh, Wandale, Shaheed, Kirk, Brian Thomas. We need two.
Jaguars.
Thomas and Mandale.
I'm going to go with Thomas and Shaheed.
It's helpful.
I don't know. Shaheed.
All you're supposed to do in this situation is pick between Christian Kirk and Wandale.
Well, if that were the case, I would go with Kirk. Yeah, let's go with the Jaguars. But I'll tell you what, if it is rain, if you got to check the weather there, because if it's raining and it's bad, then I'd still start Thomas. But I would,
Weatherman Dave,
I'm on.
Weatherman.
yeah, we're going.
Oh boy.
All right, I totally blew through the break there. Sorry about that. We are in a break.
That's a bad job.
Yeah, that is a bad job. Oh man. Well, I don't have anyone in my ear, but still, that's a bad job on me. You think they're going to let us back on for the last segment?
Nope.
Well, a couple of us.
All right, Mahomes, Flacco, Lawrence. Heath, you're not going to like my answer here.
Oh, I'm sure you're going Flacco. I'm going Mahomes. Dave's going Flacco.
I'm going Flacco, then Lawrence, then Mahomes. I'll give the weather report when we come back to HQ.
All right, fair enough. That's going to be in a few minutes.
I'm assuming it's okay since he just went Lawrence second in that group.
My friend
Flacco first.
My friend who lives in Orlando said he's filling up ahead of the storm. Looks like
there's yes.
I don't know when that's coming.
Wednesday night is when it's coming, and it's got Tampa, Orlando, and I think Jacksonville, all three in its sites.
It'll hit South Florida too.
I'm sorry, everybody. But stay safe. All right, start 2 from this group: Chubbard, Achane, Akers, Gibson, Chase Brown.
Ooh, what a group!
Great group.
I'm going to start the first 2.
I am too.
This is not a great group. This is
a great group.
Great player.
You've got 5 top 30 running backs. You know how many people in your league? I'd be making calls right now. Work the phones.
Zero top.
Definitely need to work.
What? 1 top 12 this week? Is Hubbard top 12?
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
You got a top 12, you got a top 24, you got 3 other guys that somebody else might start. Like, seriously, go make some calls. See if you can upgrade a position by giving some poor 1-3 or 0-4 team a bad starting running back this week.
3 weeks from now, you might only have one running back that's even getting 10 touches.
Or if you don't want to make calls, just send a text message. People do that these days.
Work the phones.
Ayuk, Wicks, or Thomas, or Brian Thomas Jr.
I'll take Thomas Jr.
This is interesting. How about pairing Walter Mondale with Wandale? Not sure how that works. ETN, Ford, or Sermon? Getting political here.
Was he a former politician or a former president? Or did he lose a presidential election?
He was never vice president.
Walter Mondale did not win. He is not a president. That I can say for sure he lost. ETN, Ford, or Sermon?
Presidential candidate.
Yeah, he was a candidate. Yeah.
I'd vote for ETN.
Ford. I'm pretty excited about Jerome Ford.
I feel that, Heath. Yeah, Ford. And he was a president, by the way. Kincaid or Bowers?
I think. It's just one.
I'll take Kincaid. A little more excited about him with Shakir out.
Bowers.
Yeah, we remember that. I don't know why you're bringing that up, Sam. You know what? For those of you watching on HQ, welcome back. Don't be mean to us. Don't be mean to us. We spend our time here. Like, you don't have to troll us like that. Nah, it's cool. We can take it. The guy who brought up the Kentucky-Miami game last year, which we're over. Oh, here we go. Adam Man, Heath Man, or Dave Man, a.k.a. Weatherman. And we are live at the Fantasy Football Today Weather Center with lead weather reporter Dave Richer. Dave?
Well, we've got light rain coming in, east-northeast winds at 9 miles an hour in Jacksonville. Heaviest rain will come in the second half, 98% chances of that. That starts at 3 p.m. and goes on through the rest of the game. This could impact the game slightly. It doesn't make me nervous about any of the main players in it. You can still start them with confidence.
Okay. I would like for you to stay in character and only talk about the weather in your weatherman voice and then transition to your football analyst voice to give your starts and sits. But Heath, are you going to change any of your rankings based on bad weather in Jacksonville?
I changed my Dave ranking. That just went up after hearing that voice. But besides that, I'm not changing any rankings.
It went up. How low was
it? Fantastic. But I also was lower on the quarterbacks in this game than I think you guys are. So maybe that's part of why I'm not changing my ranking.
Maybe I would still pick up Flacco over Deshaun Watson, but not quite as excited. All right, we're going to answer a few more questions. No, not more than a few more questions here, as the Vikings have a 3-0 lead and the Jets apparently can't get anything going on offense. Cam Akers or Trey Sermon?
Sermon.
Sermon. Yeah.
Sermon or Wicks?
Wicks.
I'll take Wicks.
Wicks or Higgins?
I believe I have T. Higgins just a couple of spots ahead of Wicks. Higgins, Downs, Ayuk, Wicks. Those are my wide receiver PPR rankings. But that's it. That's all I have. I only ranked 4 guys.
This is a tough one here. In fact, my wife has to make this exact call. And what should I tell her to do?
Chuba for me.
I will say Jacobs. I think Jacobs has a monster week.
I said Chuba.
I get it.
I already told her. Roshan Johnson. It was disingenuous for me to make it seem like you guys had any impact on that. Roshan Johnson or Emmanuel Wilson?
Oh, that's hell. Wilson.
I have to make this very decision in a league. Emmanuel Wilson is how I'm choosing.
But this is the perfect example of somebody who should at least double check what's on the waiver wire. Because I'd start Trey Sermon ahead of both of these guys, no questions asked.
Yeah.
I would probably start Antonio Gibson out of both of those guys as well.
I'm also starting Trey Sermon in that league.
Heath, do you want to hear something cool?
No.
All right. Let's go
Here's something not cool.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler.
I'll take Fields.
Achan or Hunt and Trey Tucker or Curtis Samuel?
Achan over Hunt. And yeah, I'll take Trey Tucker over C-Sam.
I agree.
Oh,
Javonte, Flowers, or Kirk half PPR?
I will take Christian Kirk.
Ooh, the anguish.
Here's something cool now to cheer me back up.
Yeah, one of the guys in our Bake Burger Dynasty League, because we have like a London contingent. Guys, one of them's at the game today.
Really?
Isn't that cool? Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah,
We have a quarterback down in the Jets-Vikings game.
Ooh, Jets DST might be better.
I don't know. It could end up being good for the Jets DST.
That is it.
Ooh, shot in the ribs. Ugh. Oh, come on.
An improper response.
It was horrible. I am like so embarrassed by that, and I apologize.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think it was that serious when I first saw it. Like, it looked like he was about to get up. But no, that was a really terrible thing that I said, and I apologize for that. I truly hope that he's fine.
On behalf of humanity, I accept your apology.
Yeah. All right, listen, we got to wrap things up here on CBS Sports HQ and on YouTube as well. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. For Dave and Heath and Jamie, I am Adam. We will talk to you at noon Eastern for another hour of this fun, and we'll see you then.